Yes, my people, welcome to Liontekz TV. Making sure you like and subscribe to the channel because every little helps like Tesco's. You get me? Well, welcome to another episode of Liontekz Reacts, fam. Today we are reacting, you get me, to the big fight that was held last night. You get me? Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk, part 2, fam. You get me? So, boy, this fight, yeah, can't lie. Tyson Fury came out first. You get me? He looked a bit confident, but I don't know whether it was fake confidence or not. Who knows, but he looked decent. He looked good. He looked in half decent shape, to be fair. Better than the last fight, anyway. You get me? And then Usyk came out, fam, with like a man possessed, bro. Like that guy is a fucking robot, blood. Like just looking at him, looking at his aura, blood. That guy just takes no prisoners, fam. You can tell, bro, he's an Eastern European youth, blood. You can just tell, fam. You get me? The first round, I can't lie, it started off very good, bro. You get me? Compared to the last fight where it started off a bit cagey, it seemed like they were going for it a bit. But also they were a little bit cagey at times, but they all were going for it, both of them. Get me? Trying to throw punches. Tyson Fury was using his range with his jabs, trying to use his range because he had the better reach. Where Usyk was trying to bob and weave and keep moving and trying to land shots on Fury. You get me? And I'll say the first round was quite decent, bruv. I can't lie, bruv. Get me? I thought Usyk probably won the first round just. Get me? Same with the second and third. It was pretty much the same. Get me? Fourth and fifth now, I thought Tyson Fury was coming back into the fight. You get me? He was landing some decent punches. And one thing I noticed is Usyk was going a lot to Tyson Fury's body. Maybe that's the weak part of Tyson Fury, fam. You get me? Because he was targeting that body a lot, fam. And same with Fury, he was targeting Usyk's body as well. He caught him with a nice body punch, like literally just above the flipping belt. You get me? Like it was mad, fam. You get me? He was Fury was also trying to look for the uppercut. You get me? The same uppercut that knocked out Dillian White. You get me? He was looking for that one. He landed it a couple of times during the fight, but there was one punch that he did land where that it looks like it shook Usyk up a little bit. You get me? But Usyk, I felt landed more punches. You get me? Like it was a good fight, but I can't lie. It was a very good fight. It was worth every single penny, bro. You get me? Although man streamed it live, fam. You get me? Man weren't paying for that shit, but man just streamed it. You get me? So man shameless out here. I don't care, fam. You get me? Man's got links and that. You get me to watch these things. So is what it is, bruv. You get me? But same way, fam. You get me? Great fight, blood. Proper great fight. It was very tight, blood. I can't lie, fam. That judging by the viewers, yeah, because the viewers were voting, yeah, they had Tyson Fury ahead for a good couple of rounds, and I was thinking, right, okay. And then Usyk started to come back a little bit. You get me? It was literally like evenly matched at one point, the scorecards from the viewers. You get me? But I felt like Usyk was just shading it a little bit. But it was compared to the first fight, yeah, this fight was a lot tighter. You get me? You didn't see Tyson Fury really get punched up to the point where he was nearly going to get knocked out like the last time. You get me? He firmed a few of the punches. There was times when Usyk was unleashing a bit of combinations and that. You get me? Because Usyk's like the king of combinations, but when he starts punching, he just lets his hands go in it, and he landed a few times on Fury. But Fury, to be fair to him, fam, he was using his size and his range a lot in this game. Like it seemed like he learned a lot from the first fight, and it was like literally like boxing behind the jab, which is what he needed to do, which is what I predicted that he needed to do in the second fight. If you go and watch the last upload that I did on this fight for the first one, I said he needed to use his range, use his jab a bit more. You get me? To keep Usyk at arm's length, bruv, because if he did that, yeah, then Usyk can't really get too close to him. You get me? But he was doing that a few times. But Usyk was like literally like this patient, methodical. He was doing this thing, fam. But I can't lie, it was one of the best fights, yeah, heavyweight fights that I've seen for a minute, fam. Like literally, like people didn't know which way it was gonna go, fam. I can't lie. because everyone had it neck and neck. Some people had Fury, some people had Usyk. I had Usyk just, you get me? Because I felt like he landed a bit more punches and he threw more punches. And according to the stats, really, boy, and I'm not really a stats person, but I like to look at the stats anyway. It seemed like Usyk threw a lot more punches and landed a lot more. But it seemed like Fury had a bit more like he had a bit more like what's it? He had something anyway. He had like a bit more presence. You get me? But can't lie, fam. When it got to the 12th round, like the final 30 seconds, they were literally going for it, but they were trying to knock each other out, and it was good, fam. You get me? And as soon as the fight ended, yeah, Tyson Fury raised his hand like that. Usyk dropped to the floor and started praying, and then Tyson Fury kissed Usyk's bald head. You get me? To signal that that was such a great fight. You could tell that them two have like mutual respect, fam. As much as Fury was dissing him in the past, saying he's a little midget, he's this, he's that, he's a little man, all of that, fam. You have to respect man now, fam, because he's beaten you twice. You get me? And when the scorecards came up, I was thinking, oh shit. I was thinking they might give it to Fury because they might want a flipping trilogy. Because you know Fury likes trilogies, fam. You get me? He had one with Wilder and he had one with Derek Chisora, fam. So I thought he's gonna have another one with Oleksandr Usyk. You get me? But it seemed like he didn't. You get me? And he won by unanimous decision, which was mad, fam. I can't lie, but I felt like he just about deserved it, fam. I'm not gonna lie, fam. It was a very good fight, though. But like Tyson Fury literally just walked out the ring, fam. He looked pissed, bro. Because I felt like he done a lot better in this fight than he did in the last, fam. Like he never looked at any time to get knocked out. And judging by the power of both fighters, fam, yeah, literally like it seemed like they just didn't have the power to knock each other out. So it was more of a tactical type of fight, blood. Which I do like tactical fights. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do like tactical fights because you just don't know which way it's gonna go. You get me? You literally don't know which way it's gonna go. But I can't lie, man. Usyk just edged it for me. You get me? So congratulations to Alexander Usyk. He's still the undisputed champion. You get me? Tyson Fury's lost for the second time. I don't really know what the future holds for Fury. Is he going to look for a fight with Anthony Joshua, who looks a bit spent after getting knocked out by Daniel Dubois in the first 5 rounds? Are we going to see the fight that everyone wanted to see for years, where it's taken about 3 or 4 years to do it? But big up to Saudi, man, because them man there, yeah, are making all these big fights happen. Because before the Saudi man got involved, yeah, fam, these fights weren't happening. There was all this talk and people pulling out and people doing this and people making excuses for not having these fights. Saudi threw the bag at it and said, listen, we're going to make money, fam. We're going to have all of these fights in Saudi. And fair play to them, fam, because them man there, yeah, shelled out so much money, fam, to make all these fights happen. And I'm glad that these fights are happening. Because Tyson Fury, yeah, I felt like his career, he never got really tested the way Usyk tested. You get me? Like Wilder was a test to an extent because he had the punch power. But everyone knew like Tyson Fury would outbox Wilder anyway. But we just had to look out for that flipping right hand, fam. Get me? And where Dillian White didn't really pose much of a threat, which I thought he would because he had the power, but he couldn't really get near Fury. Get me? And all the other people that Fury faced, you get me? They didn't really do much, you know what I mean? Even Klitschko. But the funny thing is, yeah, Tyson Fury didn't want to give Klitschko another rematch from, which was a shambles at the time because I thought Klitschko would have beaten him. You get me? I mean, we would not have been talking about unbeaten Tyson Fury if that happened. But the game is the game, people. You get me? So you get me? It was a great fight, blood. I can't lie. It was very entertaining, very like had me glued to the fucking screen, fam. You get me? I was streaming it on the tablet. You get me? And yeah, man, it was great, fam. You get me? But big up to Usyk anyway. You get me? He won the fight. Fair play to him, bruv. You get me? One of the best boxers that there's been for a long time. You get me? And also the fact that he came from a lower fucking weight, yeah, to come up to heavyweight and start dominating, fam. So fair play to him, bruv. You get me? He's beaten most of the best heavyweights there is to beat. I don't know what's left for Usyk to achieve, fam. I don't know who he's got left to fight. That's that's like credible. I'm not sure. Get me? But we'll see what the future holds. And let's see if Tyson Fury wants to face Anthony Joshua. Because if there's a time to make it, it's now, fam. Because I don't know if Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois having a rematch. Are they still having a rematch? Like, let me know in the comments. Cause I'm not 100% sure. Because I heard there was talks. I know Anthony Joshua wanted to fight Dubois in the rematch after he got smacked up, bro. I can't lie. That was mad. That was worse than the Andy Ruiz fight. You get me? That was worse, bro. The man just got touched. He got boxed up differently, bro. So let's see if Anthony Joshua wants the Tyson Fury fight, because we need to see that fight happen before these men decide to call it a day, fam. You get me? Because we are owed these fights, people. We are owed these fights. But anyways, big up to everyone for watching. You get me? Big up to Fury as well. Big up to Fury as well, man, because he tried his best, fam. He done well in this fight. You get me? But Usyk just shaded it. You get me? So big up to both fighters. They could be proud of themselves. You get me? So big up to them, man. There. Big up for watching another episode of Liontekz Reacts. You get me? Look out for the live stream later based on the football. You get me? That'll be at 8:30. So tune in for that, people. But until then, Liontekz TV, and I'm out. Blessings and love every time. Love, blood. Safe.